I feel like this is like the first Super Bowl I'm going into. Like, really, like I really just don't care. Like before, it was like,
Yeah,
it'd be cool to see the Chiefs kind of like lose one or get another one,
yeah.
but
There's no more rooting against
I really
Debo.
don't care. What happened?
There's no more rooting against Debo.
That's
Not in it.
true.
I got no,
I
got no
feel like
dog in the fight.
the one thing I have been saying is I feel like the Patriots got back to it a little quick. But that's like the only thing. I'm not like even that upset about that, but it's like,
See,
man,
I
they
think it's
barely.
pretty funny. I think it's funny because like all their fans like, yeah, look, we had to go through, and it was like 3 years. Like, yeah, look, remember those Mac Jones years? You mean like what, the 2 years he was on your team?
They even
And then
do all
like
that. It's
Giants and
like,
Jets fans are sitting there with like 100 losses in 10 years, and the Patriots are
and
like, no, we
every
suffered.
and I feel like every year people are like, it's gonna turn around. Like when they drafted Mac Jones, they're like, okay, he's the next
Yeah,
break. Like everybody believed
yeah.
in them to always, so they never
And
really
then one
got
guy,
clowned like
everyone's like,
that.
yeah, Drake May's not good, and now here we are, Drake May in the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness. I forget who's somebody been on about. I don't know enough to really mention that, but yeah, Drake May, Sam's, but that must be. I don't even know if a Jets fan would care about that, to be honest. But that is
What?
absolutely nuts. Sam Darnold being in the
Yeah, I
Super
don't like.
Bowl.
They're like, I don't know why. I saw some people like, oh, the Jets must feel so stupid right now. I'm like, no, he was like bad.
It's like yeah,
Like
and
he
there's
wasn't
so many
good.
like team. There's a lot of like stops in between there. Like
Yeah,
he had another starting job, had a few backup jobs. So he's been there. It's
yeah. It's kind of like
been
Baker.
stuff removed. Yeah, no, exactly. We shall get into it. Welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy episode 66. Thank you for tuning in. I'm pretty sure it's 66. Hopefully I got that right. But yeah, tuning in. As you can tell by the background, of course, we're talking about football. I am here. As you can see, we're down one yet again, doing a little flip flop, swapping in and out. We are here with the high school tennis captain, the Eagles super fan. He is 2-0 in NFC championships. He is a Pac 12 truther, 16 playoff enthusiast. He is a fan. He is our fan therapy salary cap maestro, capologist, if you will. Also, our college football analyst, Tyler. How are we doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. Excited to talk some football. I missed last week. Got some things. We got big things happened in my very niche world of sports, so I'm excited.
No, no, absolutely. I thought you were about to go into your job. I was like, oh, we're about to get the insights into what's going on in the finance accounting world. I was getting excited there, but yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Big things happening, and shout out to Everton. They picked up a beloved Chelsea member of mine on loan. I hope he does outstanding things for them there. But getting into it on this side of things, a lot of things going on, a lot of things just going on in general right now. Honestly, before we get into it, as you can see, we're here talking about sports. A lot more important things going on outside of sports. This 45 minutes to an hour that I discuss sports represents a moment of distraction, of kind distraction from all the things going on. I hope it represents the same for you, but I understand as I continue that there are so many important things going on as we are discussing something as fun as sports. So continue on with that realization and everything in existence. We really acknowledge that. Hopefully, this represents the same to me as it is to you. Just 45 minutes, an hour away from everything going on as we discuss what we love, and that is football coming up at the end of this week, beginning of next week, however you see the Sunday date. We have the Super Bowl. We love it. Unfortunately, we don't have any horses in the race yet. Tyler's going to share how he's going to get some skin in the game maybe later. Maybe you can trail him a bit. But yeah, Seahawks, Patriots. I think everybody leads these in coming from the talking about the quarterbacks. I'll talk about these defenses. The Seahawks defense is, oh my goodness. Everybody talks about the Houston Texans defense, how athletic they look. The Seahawks defense, they fly to the ball. It's hard to run or pass against them. On the other side, the Patriots have a great defense as well, with Christian Gonzalez manning the defensive backfield, and our beloved former Eagle Milton Williams. We are wishing him the best of luck as always, of course. Tyler, what are some keys to the game in this one? We were talking how coming from just a especially Eagles fan perspective, this one is a little awkward from us. I think that generally shares with these markets across the country. But anywhere you want to take this from, let's kick it off from there.
I think they're really, really even teams. Like if you look at like their season stats, the Patriots and the Seahawks, like points scored, they're right next to each other. Pass defense, one's 9, the other one's 10. I think rush defense are probably also super close together. The Seahawks actually have the third best rush defense. And the Patriots are somewhere on the list, which I can't find really that quickly. But again, I think there's just other 6. So like they're right there next to each other. So like I think there's 2 even teams. I think people are gonna say like, "Oh, the Patriots didn't play anybody," like blah 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 blah. But the thing I always say to that is like, when you're a good team and you beat teams, their record's going to be worse because you won and you beat them. You gave them a loss. So like if you beat a team, you still want like I never understood that because it's also like the NFL. It's hard to win week in and week out.
Absolutely.
So like them consistently winning, playing Jarrett Stidham in the snow, really that is a little bit easier than playing Matt Stafford. But I don't know. I'll just pull up my pick. I like the Patriots in this game.
Yeah.
They're plus 4.5, so the Seahawks are the favorites, and people are hammering them.
Right.
But I think today, my friend shared this stat. I don't know if it's actually true. He said that 4.5 point favorites are 1 in 10 in the Super Bowl. So like pretty much, if you're a landslide favorite, you almost never win. So I'm riding that. I'm taking on the road less traveled. Give me the Pats. Give me the Pats by 3.
Yeah. Game winning field goal, big stop at the end there.
No, actually, yeah, 3. It feels like this game feels like it should end well, and that's probably because it ended so good last time they played. But I don't know. I'm excited. I am excited because I'm gonna bet on it. But
no, absolutely no. Always excited these Super Bowl matchups, and again, right, the rest of America's right with you on the betting. Gonna ask some of these, the theoretical, the questions that have very little to do with reality. But who would you say this would be a bigger win for? The young Drake May coming into his second year, new coaching staff, can honestly just be as new as his rookie year, or Sam Darnold, who's been up and down and around the league, you're quote unquote given up on several teams and lands with the Seahawks and climbs the mountain at the end. Obviously, tough hit question to answer, but if you had to pick one, who would you say this is the bigger matchup for?
So right away, right, you think Drake May wins a Super Bowl this early in his career. He's on that is Hall of Fame career path for a quarterback, right? Like if you have a ring this early, like it's hard to not go back. Darnold though, it's like if you don't win this one, your chances are very, very, very slim to go back. So I think it probably is bigger for Darnold to win than Drake May because this Patriots team's good. Like Vrabel's a good coach. He's young. Yeah. They'll probably have to add something to that wide receiver room just because, I don't know how long Stephon Diggs has got, but like their defense is young. Christian Gonzalez, Milton Williams, all those guys are Clavon Chaisson. He's young. They got good young contributors on both sides of the ball. Like I think I could see them being back, especially with how weird the AFC is shaking out. But the NFC, it looks like a gauntlet to get to the Super Bowl year in, year out. So like I'd say probably means more for a Darnold ring than May.
Yeah, no doubt. Just like taking a look at even the road, like the Seahawks division, the division the Patriots, and it's obviously they have the Bills in there, but they also have some developing teams Dolphins. There. Exactly. So the Seahawks are scratching and clawing, get out, and then honestly, first year not maybe first year, but like a lot of stuff new is over there. So a lot of first looks. So teams are gonna get a shot at them again with with full like just full games of film on tape, really seeing what this McDonald guy and his staff is putting out. Also, the offensive coordinator is gone after this
Yeah,
year.
I
That's
was gonna
something we're
say
going
you
to talk
lose
about.
Clint Kubiak, so like
Absolutely.
next year you
So
don't really know what you're doing there.
exactly. It
And we
seems
know
like
a lot about that.
yeah, and it seems like the Patriots, win or lose, are probably going to kind of just stick to their Patriot ways. They have the same offensive coordinator. Exactly, they're chilling over there. So I think you make some great points. This is definitely Drake May kind of go on the bad side. Drake May loses this. This is like a building point. Everybody can use this in the building as fuel. At the end of the day, obviously it sucks, but yeah, definitely a tougher mountain to climb again on the Seahawks and as a whole. Putting yourself in the shoes of the quarterback yet again, which one of these defense would you not want to face if you had to pick one to avoid? Who would you want to?
Good question.
It's tough. This one's so tough.
That's a good question because the thing is that Seahawks defense is so perfectly built by Mike Macdonald, like from layer to layer. But the thing with the Patriots is it's Mike Vrabel and those guys, the way they play is just so like Mike Vrabel. You know what I mean? Like it's just like they don't give up yards. Like they don't give up anything easy. Like if you want a yard, you have to go get it. Like they're not gonna just let you have it. It was like that Texans game where it just felt like two, really defensive heavyweights just waiting to throw their shot, and that's just the way they play defense.
Yeah.
But on the other side, like the Seahawks are so fast. Like Nick Emanwari, Devin Witherspoon, Ernest Jones. These guys are like they're flying everywhere, and they're flying and putting hats on the ball. The versatility of their defense, the way they rotate, is also really confusing. Leonard Williams in the middle has been like revelation for his career. I guess I'm convinced myself. I would put the Patriots defense. Yeah. The Seahawks defense. I'm in love with it. I love Mike Macdonald, number one. I think he's just a home run coach. And I think he's building over there so special. But yeah, I'd rather face the Patriots defense.
Yeah, no, agreed there. I think especially as a younger quarterback, they can do so many things that other teams just can't, just because the quality of minds that they have on defense and the quality of athletes as well. Patriots, Seahawks, that is the Super Bowl we are getting into. Honestly, wanted to roll quickly through this one. Are there any other keys to this one? Oh, sorry, X factors you can see for this game on either side of the ball. We brought up Jackson Smith-Njigba. Any other names you think maybe somebody like a Travion Henderson can make a difference in this game? Just throwing names out there. Anybody to watch out for that maybe people might not be thinking of at the top of their minds?
Wait, Justin, am I frozen?
You're not frozen. Are you frozen on your end?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
Are you not frozen on your end though?
No.
Oh, then I'll keep going. Okay, but I'm
go for it
on my side.
Yeah, okay. No worries. You can take a break too if needed. Figure it out.
Okay. X factors to the game. So actually, this is a really interesting one. I think the backup running back on the Seahawks, because Charbonnet tore his ACL, so he's out.
Absolutely.
But I was reading a thing that he actually excels at receiving the ball out of the backfield. So I think that could be a really interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Patriots with James White. You remember that?
Yep. Yeah, no doubt.
It's always the random guys like Corey Clement for the Eagles, Damian Williams for the Chiefs that one year.
Yeah, and then like McKinnon would have big games for the Chiefs out of nowhere too. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's always those random guys that decide to have Malcolm Butler having the interception, Jaron Kearse,
Jenkins on the 49ers.
Yeah. Jacoby Jones. So it's those guys you know what JSN's going to give you. It's you need plays from that other guy. And who's going to be the other guy? And it could be that I feel bad I don't remember his name, but
no, we'll get it. We'll get it right now. We're doing this live. Seahawks.
The backup running back from the Seahawks. He's new. I think he's a rookie.
We are getting this up. Is it?
It was a name. It was
George Holani.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think that could be, I think it's the same thing on the Patriots side, right? With Travion Henderson,
Right.
or maybe like a Kayshon Boutte because he had that huge catch against the Texans.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
like it's one of those.
Him and May have a good connection.
Yeah, it's also
No,
cool to
absolutely.
see.
Maybe your guy you're talking about. No, please, you go.
Oh, my side note for Kayshon Boutte was like the number one recruit in his recruiting class, and he went to LSU, and he had an insanely good freshman year, and then kind of fell off. So it's really cool to like, because like a bunch of those guys always get drafted, and it's kind of cool to finally see one pan out. I'm like, oh my god! I always tell teams, I always think like, well, I don't know why teams just don't draft on based on college stars because. Like
I love situations like that. No, I love situations like that. Taking over to the NBA for a brief second, Justin Edwards on the Sixers. He was the number one high school recruit in his class. Didn't have the college career really that he wanted or expected, but got to the league, and he's slowly chipping away, making a role for himself. So love those stories regardless. Absolutely, no doubt. But I don't know, but Jake Bobo, special teams.
Jake Bobo. Over half
keep an eye out for it.
Jake Bobo. It's basically Jake Bobo a catch. I'm basically betting on Jake Bobo game.
I love that.
I looked it up. He's got like 4 catches this year. Not many. But
no, they're not going to be looking for him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what we're going for.
Nick Foles had a receiving touchdown in the Super Bowl. So
absolutely. Going from the Super Bowl, the championship for the NFL to Tyler's Super Bowl, the college senior bowl. Story out of the weekend, if you're catching the headlines, all about Diego Pavia. I'm sure you read a lot about that. Tyler's going to give us a much more in-depth than a lot of the stuff you probably just read off the highlights coming out of that weekend. Pretty much seniors coming together, putting together some tape, one-on-one drills, different things. There's also a game, making a name for themselves, trying to creep up the draft boards, make that draft stock higher, or even creep in the draft at all. Could get considered by any scouts. Maybe they had not too many people looking at them before. Tyler, we got some names here. We can kick off with who you're most excited about, and we can work our way through this Senior Bowl weekend.
So I think you're right. The biggest headline like that probably hit like ESPN and stuff this week was Diego Pavia measuring at 5'9" and 1 or what is
7
it?
7/8. 7/8. Give the guy the 8th. Oh my gosh.
You know, the thing with the Senior Bowl that I love is pretty much no guy really hurts their draft stock unless they get hurt, because it truly is just happening. It's like one-on-one drills. It's a game, but more importantly, you're being able to like get exposure to NFL coaches. You're getting interviews. Like that's your first time like talking to GMs, scouts, and stuff. So that's like the bigger part for teams. But the big part for me, as a fan, as everybody, is watching the one-on-one drills and watching like okay, this guy actually looks like legit. So I don't know how you want to do this. I could like jump into like I got a few guys that I really like that I think one's a really good story and the other guys are just good. So I think the biggest, I don't want to say riser because I feel like that's unfair. I want to say person that like solidified their ticket to the first round. I don't know how, like his draft, like he solidified himself as a first rounder. It was Lee Hunter from Texas Tech. He's a defensive tackle. So Texas Tech's like D line this year was considered like the best in the country because they have the 2 best edge rushers. One had 12.5 sacks, and I forget how much the other one had. But Lee Hunter was in the middle of that defense, and I remember watching him against Oregon, and like every single time that he got on a one-on-one with like a guard or a center, we like ran off tackle. Like he would shoot a gap, he'd get the shed, and he'd be in the backfield. I was like, damn, who the hell is this guy? And I then Senior Bowl, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Lee Hunter. And just watching him again, like the guy just like you're running yourself a death sentence if you leave Lee Hunter one-on-one in the run game, because he will just drive that lineman into the backfield, or he will simply just slip them and just make the play. He's a freak of nature. He's amazing. I think I'm in love with him as a prospect. I think he's perfect for today's NFL, especially with how much outside zone teams are running. 'Cause it
6'4",
seems like
330 sounds like he can move too. That's
yeah.
exactly what we're looking for.
I'm excited to see him run at the combine because that 10-yard split should be pretty decent.
Mm,
He does struggle at times with like keeping his pad level. So like you want to get low and like get leverage, and sometimes he stands too straight up, allowing like D lineman, the offensive line to get better leverage on him.
sure.
Definitely his growth as a pass rusher that he could work on, but I think as like when you look at the first round, you want to get a guy like if I can get the best run defender in the game, I can teach him how to pass rush. If I can get the best pass rush in the game, I can teach him how to run defend. You don't want to have to teach both.
Yeah.
So if you can get an elite run stuffer in the first round, I think a team's going to bite. And Justin, I kind of like him I kind of like him on the Eagles because I don't know what
Heard that.
Jordan Davis. I don't know if they're going to like. That's tough to sign Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to a huge deal. It's a lot of money.
We get some more money now. We got some more money to work with.
Yeah.
But you're right. To your point,
So,
it's a lot of in position.
Also, I'd like to do player comps, but it's so hard to do a player comp on a D lineman. Like I can't do that. Like I have no idea.
It's all good. We got. Honestly, we have a whole lot of time to save. So we'll save the player comps for another.
Well, I got
for another episode when we get into it. Oh, but no, if you're excited to give them, let's go for it. But that player comp season is definitely coming up. Okay, no doubt.
Because I genuinely think they're going to be stars in the league.
Okay, gotcha. Did you want to talk about an edge now, or
so that
who's next? Oh, go ahead.
Tyron Montgomery, the wide receiver from John Carroll.
Okay. Yes.
This is the story of the draft, I think. So he is. I think if you pull it up, I think he's like 6'4", 6'3". He's super tall. He's a wide receiver. He's walked on at LSU as a basketball player. And then his mom got sick, so he had to go back home. And he enrolled at, I think it was McNeese.
Sure, yeah.
And he was like, oh, let me just like start. He like just started playing on like 7-on-7 like football camps and whatever. And the John Carroll coach saw him and was like, oh, just like come play football. John Carroll's a D3 program, so he's not even like in Division II or FCS. Like he's in like the lowest possible. And so there he was like, yeah, I was just like come like play or whatever. And this guy was just like he just lit up D3. Like he was just mossing everybody. His D3 tape at John Carroll's crazy. Like he looks like a basketball player. Everything he high points. He's so quick. He's twitchy. His route running off the line is like twitchy, almost like a basketball crossover type thing. So you can definitely see the basketball influence there. And then he comes to the Senior Bowl, D3, and he just lights up D1 corners. Like he had the catch of the day where it was I forget who he was against, but he just high pointed the ball perfectly in the end zone, in the back of the end zone, and he got his feet down. It was amazing.
Yeah,
and it's like this kid went and was a walk-on at LSU to play basketball, goes to D3 John Carroll, and now he's probably going to get drafted to the NFL. It is truly just an awesome story.
Absolutely. Out of McNeese State, shout out Raymond and Brian. I almost dropped governments out there, but yeah, shout out Lake Charles, Louisiana. I love to see it. Is there one or two more that you're excited about? I love the wide receiver prospects, and there's a few on the top end of the draft that I'm excited to talk about in different episodes. So very excited to hear about Tyron Montgomery in the fold for sure.
So quickly, wide receiver prospects this year. I like Cyrus Allen out of Cincinnati. He was at the Senior Bowl.
Real quick, Tyler, before we do Cyrus Allen, is your camera like plugged in to something, or can you like unplug and plug it, or is it just the?
It's just the thing. Do you want me to just?
Gotcha.
I can just
go
refresh.
On. Yeah. Refresh real quick. We'll get you in and out real quick. Just make sure you're good when we talk about this next person.
Better?
Amazing. Oh yeah, this is
There we
perfect.
go. Okay.
All good.
Okay.
All good. Cyrus Allen, you're about to talk about?
Cyrus Allen. Well,
Yes.
I don't have many notes on him. He was just
No,
a
you're
guy that
good.
kind of stood out to me. I liked his route running. He was just super smooth, like in and out of his breaks.
Love that.
Other general players I like from wide receiver, obviously like Cardinal Tate. He reminds me so much of
Ooh.
like T. Higgins. Just
Sure.
super athlete, just get vertical. Makai Lemon, KC Concepcion, Jordan Tyson. He's also super
Mhm.
thick.
That's what I was. That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking of too.
there's definitely a lot of good receivers this year again. I feel like the college football is producing like just a decent crop every year. But the one guy, I think I could spend 4 hours talking about this guy. Like,
Let's do it. We can wrap it up on him.
he is my star player. His name's Kyle Lewis. He's a linebacker from Pittsburgh. He measured in
Gotcha.
at 6 foot 224. So he's a little light. He's a little light. He's a little short for linebacker. So like the best way to put it is like let's start with my comps. My first comp was Sua Cravens, the old safety from USC. So when Sua Cravens was drafted, it's kind of like or Adams. Remember what's his name? What was his first name? The guy from the Jets.
Jamal
Adams, yeah. So it's like that in the box safety.
Right.
So they're like this is before teams really knew what to do with these guys. The too small to play linebacker, too big to play safety, can't really cover, so you're not like a slot corner. You can't really rush the passer, so it's like, what do we do with this guy?
Yeah.
But now they know what to do with these guys because the way offenses are now starting to play football. So like the new position that it's like they call it like the nickel backer. So it's when they bring a linebacker in a nickel package. And so he's like this hybrid safety linebacker nickel corner kind of thing. And it's like just it's kind of what we've had like Jahad Campbell playing.
Okay.
Or like the best comp I could figure out that would make sense is Levante David. Early age Levante David, where he's just super athletic, just flying all over the field with the football. But this kid,
Levante is tough.
This kid's good. Like this kid genuinely has incredible instincts for the ball. I think he had 4 interceptions at Pitt this year. He was ACC All First Team. I think he was like an All-American. But just the way he can cover a running back out of the backfield and then also fit in the run game, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like all week I was just enamored with this guy, watching him just pick up Nick Singleton out of the backfield, but then they go to the 11-on-11 and he's standing there just filling gaps, just hitting dudes. It was awesome. And he's a playmaker. Like genuinely, like and the teams I listed, I think I like him at are the Seahawks and Niners because they kind of play like a bit of a wide nine, like sideline to sideline. Like he's got great sideline to sideline speed. His north-south is not like, you're not getting a Bobby Wagner here who's going to stuff Marshall Yanda, but you're getting a guy who can play that the zone runs, as we talked about earlier when we were talking about Lee Hunter. It's like Lee Hunter can open a gap for this guy. Like this is the guy that you want to draft a Lee Hunter for so that this guy can just shoot through and just take it out. Oh, my God. He was awesome. He was so awesome to watch. I can't wait to watch more of him. Like, he's genuine. I think I'm, like, in love with him. I know the Eagles don't need him, but I want him. I want him greedy. I get so greedy.
Well, I mean, we have to pay. We have to pay. Decide if we want to pay a linebacker right now. I know we got a few, so we shall see what moves we make there. But we will definitely keep an eye on each and every one of these players for sure. We got draft not right around the corner, but the time to be really prepping, talking about the draft. We'll be talking about what exactly. We'll be talking about the moves that your team needs to be making, the players that they need to keep their eyes on, and the Senior Bowl hosts a lot of those players. Bringing it back to the NFL after wrapping up, talking about some college football that we love so much. A lot of changes going on, getting back into discussing the coaching changes. One thing that quickly came to notice after the Broncos season, despite their what some would would call it a really solid season, a great season. I would actually call it. A lot of people would call it. They've decided to make some key changes in their coaching staff. So Sean Payton has elected to fire three coaches, two on the offensive end, promoting Davis Webb to offensive coordinator, and Logan Kilgore will be taking a spot as the QB coach. So interesting changes to be made, especially from a team that was in the game to get them to the dance where everybody really wants to get to. Sean decided that they wanted to switch it up. Maybe it was still good enough for the year, but they want to go into next year with something new, hiring Joe Lombardi, who's traveled with them quite a bit, but he was with them with the Saints as well, right? Lombardi.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so they're definitely switching up things there. So showing the direction that the league is pointing in. Tyler, if team makes it to the NFC AFC Championship, decides to make changes like these. I know I listed some of the reasons, but what do you think they could possibly be getting at? Some things that we can throw at the dartboard.
I think Davis Webb was promoted out of necessity because he was gone. You're pretty much going to lose him.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't this year, it was next year. But now you could lose him for a head coaching job. But he interviewed with the Eagles. He interviewed with the Giants. Trying to think, I think probably other few teams he interviewed for. But now you kind of like incentivize him to like not leave for another OC job. Gets another year to work under Sean Payton. I think that's probably what it was. Just wanting to keep you like a guy a lot. Like if you like him more than your OC, might as well just make him the OC. So also Sean Payton's getting up there in age.
Yeah, absolutely, and
maybe they like him that much.
Right. No, absolutely. And there's no better way to figure out than to really just throw them into the fire of that job. They'll be getting their franchise quarterback next year. Defense should look relatively the same to make a run at it again. Yeah. So interesting changes out of Denver. They'll be retooling their offense with a young OC. That's the route everybody's going. You want a young OC, you want a young offensive minded head coach. He was one of the names people were looking at. So they said, let's keep him a little bit longer, move him up in the ranks. Some more moves that we want to discuss about. Anthony Richardson's name has been popping up in the news recently as the Vikings could possibly be interested in making a move at quarterback. The Vikings, this possibly could be a notorious situation. Had Sam Darnold in the building elected to go a different direction, they did offer him some money, just not enough, not as much as the Seahawks, I should say. So he goes. They elect to continue with JJ McCarthy. Reported that their coach was really in favor of that deal continuing with JJ McCarthy as their quarterback. So now they're left with the decision after the year. JJ McCarthy is coming off a year with some injuries. He was in and out, not the year that they would expected. They, of course, have a star wide receiver in Justin Jefferson, another really good wide receiver, Jordan Addison, in trade rumors himself, leading to Anthony Richardson. They're looking for quarterbacks around the league to bring in, maybe compete, maybe take over that role. Anthony Richardson is, if you want to just design a quarterback in a lab before you put him on the field, to probably make him look something like Anthony Richardson. If you want to pick a quarterback to throw as far you want, you probably pick somebody like Anthony Richardson. It's just really the through lines, the details, the fine print, if you will, of being an NFL quarterback, along with some unfortunate injuries that has kept Anthony Richardson on the sideline, not really being the prospect that we and the Colts have been really excited to see. Daniel Jones comes in and has taken over that role in the summer. They brought him in to compete. Not often do you bring in somebody to pay him $17 million if you don't think they're going to do something for you. He was able to do a little something for them until he got hurt. Unfortunately, those injuries with AR and him crossed over. So Anthony Richardson never really got a shot to show what he could do this year. Vikings, maybe a landing spot to give him that shot. Tyler, what are your thoughts on Anthony Richardson and the possibility of him being in the purple and gold with Justin Jefferson over there?
I don't know if 2 years ago you found someone that loved Anthony Richardson more than me. Right. I loved that guy.
I should have led with that.
I always think in a draft, you always draft for what a guy can be and not for what he is. because he was 20 years old, right? So you're drafting a guy again. The saying is like you draft a block of gold, and hopefully
Yeah.
you chisel it the right way.
20
Shane
years old, and
Steichen-
he was also young in football too. To add that,
Yeah.
very very young in his football life too. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, he only had like 15 career starts at Florida. Like he didn't have many. And you think like, oh, he's going to Shane Steichen. That's the guy, right? You know, that's the Hurts guy. He's the guy that quarterback guru, whatever. And it kind of flops, doesn't work out. You're right, few injuries, but like he just didn't look good. Like he was just missing simple throws. He was missing simple reads. But then he throws that 80-yard bomb to Pierce, and you're like, okay, wait, no, we got something.
Let's work with this guy.
I can't get. I will never get over him, and it's a toxic relationship, honestly. But I will fall for him every single time, and if he goes to the Vikings, I will push Kevin O'Connell AR propaganda like it's nobody's business. Like Kevin O'Connell could fix
I'm mad at you.
I'm at that point. Like you know what, Kevin, you can fix him. You know, JJ McCarthy just he's just bad. Let's say that AR.
You're out. Are you out?
Richardson's younger than Fernando Mendoza.
That's very likely. That is
like
very,
I
very
think
likely.
He is younger than him.
I'll confirm now. But as I'm confirming, are you out? Are you out on JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, I've been out on JJ McCarthy. 9? Are you kidding me? I was out on him the second they made that was documentary on him in college. That was so weird. Where he's like goes on the field before the game with his teammates and like walks around the field in like bare feet. I was like, dude, he's gonna go to the NFL locker room and command grown men? Like, there's just no way.
No, absolutely. So Mendoza was born. So Anthony Richardson is about exactly a year. February.
Older than him or younger?
Older. Sorry.
See, that's crazy. How crazy is that?
Yeah, no. It's very insane.
Like this guy deserves another shot, you know?
Topics. Oh, absolutely deserves another. No, fully. And I mean, I don't even know, what does the Daniel Jones situation look like? He was on a year, tears his ACL.
Oh, he did tear his ACL, didn't he?
Like, what is that? Like what? I really don't know. Like, I truly don't know what that looked like. What you throw him like 5-7 million, like 8, like,
I don't know.
Like running back and see. Like it's crazy. It's like it's a very like the Colts, they traded their first round picks for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
they
went all in, and that was just a terrible all. That was like the worst. Yeah. That I don't think an all in has backfired more quickly than that one. They're like, we're going all in, and they just instantly everything just fell apart.
Oh my goodness! I don't think, did Sauce even make it out of the year?
He just decided.
Oh, Achilles.
Yeah,
I think he tore. Oh my gosh!
He tore his Achilles.
No. Let me look this up. I really think he did. He did something bad. So calf strain. Sorry, calf strain.
Oh, okay.
But like it ended his season though.
Yeah.
So my fault, Celeste.
What quarterback would they go get?
Oh, I love this game. Okay.
Kyler?
Okay,
is
Kyler's available. Kyler is available.
We don't know.
That is kind of cool.
They'll
definitely listen at this point. They should. Yeah. They definitely should. Kyler, did somebody take Mac in recently?
Mac Jones? Oh, he's the 49ers.
He was.
Yeah.
Or maybe just somebody was having interest. I heard some interest around Mac Jones recently.
Stetson Bennett?
Stetson, hey. I don't know if he put exactly the. I don't know if he did exactly what he wanted to do. I know the weather was harsh. He didn't do bad, but
Cody Kessler? That's just a crazy name.
That's guy. Sounds like some Cody Kessler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Jeremiah likes his hair too. Jeremiah says Cody Kessler has good hair. But USC, Seth played with them for.
Yeah, Cody Kessler's the man at USC.
No, absolutely. USC, the life of a USC quarterback, man, must be chilling.
Yeah,
I mean, hard, really hard, but yeah,
really hard.
It must be. Dude,
what?
I know, but it's hard like football
in Hollywood.
I know, but quarterback's hard in itself. But I was trying to give him some credit. Okay, that I'm really interested in the Bears season next year. Gonna be. I'm gonna be watching them close. That's gonna be. If they like decently get to the playoffs. Like I know it's going to be harder next year, but they could really like prove that there's something serious next year.
I'm a huge Caleb guy.
Man,
I
are
think.
we good? Oh, good. No, please go.
Oh, I was saying I like people like complain. They're like, oh, but he does so much bad. I'm like, yeah, but his there has to be at some point as fans. I think everyone has to admit that there is a sick meter, right? If something is so sick, it does not matter. You know, like Caleb Williams is so sick, nothing matters. Like the throws he makes are so sick. Like who cares if he threw a game-losing interception?
Absolutely.
The dude scrambled back 50 yards and without
Yes.
using his legs, flicked his wrist to the corner of the end zone. Yeah, no, like that's sick. Like who cares? Like Anthony Richardson, he's sick. Who cares? Let him loose.
That was absolutely. That's the
man
that's the
loose.
motto. Anthony Richardson, let him loose to the
Let him
Vikings.
loose, man.
Justin Jefferson is like, jeez, just give me so
Yeah.
much. Poor guy. Oh my gosh.
He's looking at Jamar Chase, who's got Joe Burrow, and he's like, dude, why? Well, come on, man.
They're even ruining that. That's like Joe Burrow he's one of the most serious quarterbacks in this league, and they need to stop messing around with that. You're not
the way he was talking sounds like we could be on an Andrew Luck thing over there. I don't know, man. The way he was talking, it sounds like we could be an Andrew Luck situation.
If it would happen to an organization, it would be
the Bengals. Yeah,
but
they also kind of deserve it. Sorry, not sorry.
Their players hate being there.
Yeah,
so many players
hate
it
because they won't. The Bengals refuse to restructure contracts because when you restructure, you turn things into signing bonus. You're basically just turning things into cash, and their owners are only rich because they own the Bengals, so they don't have any cash.
Right.
So they can't signing bonuses. Like it's hard because the only cash they have is from the team. Same thing with the Bears.
And Andrew Whitworth, Vontaze Burt, who came out of there happy? Taylor Mays,
Geno Atkins,
Geno.
What was that guy's George Iloka? Oh, what a name!
Iloka. Our boy Dunlap, the D tackle. Yeah, no. Love that guy. All right. Air talk. We'll switch back into the coaching talk. We have to spend too much time here, but we've been just discussing throughout, honestly, the last few weeks, all the coaching changes that's have been happening. So just to close the loop, the two jobs Seth and I could not even fill in the last episode have thank God they figured out. Thank goodness they're better minds than us for the Cardinals and Raiders figuring it out. But they didn't get too much farther than we did. Mike LaFleur is going to the Cardinals. They're gonna see what they can replicate from the LaFleur coaching and family tree. Clint Kubiak, again, it's a family affair. Clint Kubiak is heading to the Raiders. Clint Kubiak is heading to the Raiders after the Seahawks play in the Super Bowl. Yes, the Nepo babies are in throughout the league, whether you love to see it or not. Honestly, we don't have to spend too much time here. Raiders waiting on Clint to finish out his last game with the Seahawks. They're holding the number one pick coming into. Would you be very excited to have this number one pick situation? But kind of the wrinkle in the fold is I guess the whole world has kind of made the pick for the Raiders. Do you think that kind of adds in any wishy-washiness to the situation? For my vocabulary failing me right now, but does that make you nervous? Or you think it's just Mendoza, we're good, keep it going?
I mean, I'd be thrilled. Be like, oh, because you don't have to worry about anything. You I forget what player it was, and it might have been Joe Burrow, or it could have been Caleb. I think it was Caleb Williams. They talked about how the Bears just his interview with the Bears was 2 hours because all they did was because they know you have the first pick, who it's your guy. So at that point you can just really start digging in and kind of get a head start, I guess, in a way.
Mm,
I like Mendoza. I think he'll actually be good on the
favorite.
Raiders. I like him in Clint Kubiak's offense. I think he can do a lot of similar things that Sam Darnold does. A lot of drop back passing, a lot of not asking a lot to do a lot in sort of terms of creativity. The questions become like, can Clint Kubiak somehow make his offense where Brock Bowers plays a JSN role? Because you don't have anything at wide receiver. You just don't. Cardinals boring. Who cares? Honestly,
I was about to
like,
say we're
I know
not
I'm gonna be
even going to
mean to like the
discuss.
Cardinals, but like genuinely, I've been texting like you and like my other friends about it, and every week I'll be like, reminder: the Cardinals head coaching job is still open, and every single time someone goes, "Holy crap, yeah, it is, isn't it?" Because like it's just I had to Google who did the Cardinals interview because nobody's telling me. Like there was no information on it. They interviewed the wildest list of people. It was so weird. I think like Anthony Lynn was on it. They interviewed
Oh,
like
I
somebody
did hear
else
that.
too.
Yes.
And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, really? That's who? Ron Rivera. Apparently, they interviewed Ron Rivera.
Oh, he was heavy in the conversation. Yes, that was the
Like,
name I was looking for. He was very heavy in the
like
conversation.
what? What do you mean, Ron Rivera?
They 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 have a lot going on that they need to figure out. That's why I wasn't even going to circle back. I was like, we'll just check in with them later, let them figure out, let the
Yeah,
roster develop a little bit more. Maybe they
I
can
don't know.
send Josh
Mike
Sweat our way with a lesser contract or
sent him back
something,
home. Mike
bro.
LaFleur is also a weird hire because he got fired from the Jets OC job with Salah.
Mm.
So it's like I don't really know. I don't know. It's the Cardinals though. I don't really care. They're the worst team in the best division. Who cares?
We'll check back in. We'll go over there. Check back in as their roster shapes out, and maybe they figure out who their quarterback would be. But next, back to the beloved Birds. We have figured out our offensive coaching staff. Mannion and Grizzard will be joining the team. Offensive coordinator Mannion he was the quarterbacks coach from the Packers. And then Grizzard helped me out, Tyler. Where are we getting Grizzard from?
He was the passing game coordinator for the Bucks last year, and their OC this year. They fired him.
Yes, I remember the role, but I forgot the team. But yeah, so they will be joining the team. Two names that are loved. Minion is again, we're talking about young offensive mind that people are just placing crowns on. He has one on his head that deems him one of the world class minds coming up, future head coach. Some people in the Packers building will say, "Well, he'll be the Eagles' future head coach to be seen." Hopefully, we just keep winning and everybody stays doing what they're great at. That's all I care about at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Tyler, this was the name that you slowly were getting more excited about as the process was raining on. What were some of the things that excited you about this hire that we eventually got over the line?
So I think the biggest thing was I remember him as the greatest Oregon State football player of all time. And I was like, holy crap, that guy? Like, that guy's a coach? And I love the bringing in a guy who's like recently out of the league because of how much I guess defenses have changed. I love the idea that this guy's been in a huddle and been under center and looked up and seen a picture and then turn around doing play action and it's changed. Because that's really the big learning curve right now with like the way like coverages are working and the way shell coverages are and like rotating and all that stuff. So I think that he comes in here with that experience and is able to help Hurts with it. And that would make us like, if the Eagles can genuinely have a better under center offense, we would be unstoppable because I don't think there's a single player that exists that could stop AJ Brown on a deep crosser when we've been running Saquon Barkley down your throat for the last 20 minutes. So I think, yeah. And Matt LaFleur guy, that gets me fired up because he's a run game master. You know, the run concept he has out of pistol, under center, all that stuff is just awesome. And then you combine that with Grizzard. You kidding me? The guy who helped get Baker Mayfield 41 touchdowns last year as the passing game coordinator for the Bucks. who had the Bucks as a well-oiled machine until the whole thing fell apart because everybody decided to die. Like they were just like, this was the best, most. I don't want to say, I don't want to crown them obviously because like it could obviously like burn up and not work out.
Right.
But in terms of optimism, this is the best situation I think they could have gotten from this head coach, this OC search.
No, yeah, I agree, and I think I really appreciate honestly how we went about the search because I think what we've been saying, it's like you don't need like a big name that's going to revolutionize the game with us. Just need somebody solid going to come in with a plan that a group of great players can really just employ in a game of football, really. So it looks like we're definitely getting that. Definitely exciting looking at, like, from my lens, just looking at where he comes from. Like you mentioned, I really like how the Packers honestly built their team really, like the way that they hunted Josh Jacobs. I think that was a key signing when the game was really like revolutionizing a little bit back to like just valuing the running back position. They picked him at a good time and really just helped out build quarterback Jordan Love. I know a lot of people have really relevant questions about his game, but they've been able to work wonders over there, and even with a receiving core that you can say is less than stellar, but even though they have good players, they have been factually inconsistent. So just the stuff that they have to work with, how they go about the game, like you said, really run first approach is what we're used to, what we've won our Super Bowls based off of. So it's good to get that in the mix. What they've done with the players they've worked with, strides that Jordan Love has taken since getting to the Packers. I'm not sure exactly how much Mannion has directly impacted it, but I'm sure he has some of the ways, or has very well verbalized the ways that he has to Nick and to Howie. But yeah, just really appreciated how the Eagles took this situation, really not rushing the gun, where we have a great job to offer. Just need to make sure we get the right minds in there. So really exciting. Like, we're here what Grizzard can add from his experience and the metrics that he's been able to employ in the game. So very, very exciting for what that could mean for our Eagles. Any other topics surrounding the Eagles that you want to get into? I'm trying to think myself, but
there's two.
Shoot.
One is I'm interested to see what they do with Jeff Stoutland.
Right.
Because run game coordinator, they've brought in a new pass game coordinator now, so Josh Grizzard. So that means Patullo's actually like gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what they're gonna do with run game coordinator, because I don't know if Stoutland can probably execute the coaching, and like he can't do both. I guess like the running game plan is gonna be such a huge part of this Mannion offense if he is gonna run the floor, offense. So I don't know if he can do both, because like our offensive line did take a step back this year, and so did our run game, and you kind of like makes you kind of think like, was he overextended as a coach? But I think the bigger thing to talk about is Vic Fangio. Sounds like we got 1 year left.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just happy he's back for this. I was scared for a second.
And the Eagles let his protege out the door to the Patriots.
Oh, I thought. Didn't we bring one in? Did we bring one in though that he really liked?
But like that, I mean, that's very unlike. It's very unlike Howie to like let that happen.
Yeah.
Like if Fangio was thinking about retiring, it feels like they should have just been like, okay, that's fine, retire, boom, you're promoted to DC. Like it should have been like that. The one guy that I think that they're gonna replace Fangio is Clint Hurt. I think they're gonna go to Clint Hurt. He's a former DC. I think he's been a DC before. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
He's got these D tackles playing real good, but
yeah,
we're saying Jim Schwartz, but the Eagles just don't have the personnel to run the Jim Schwartz defense.
Yeah,
we got one good corner and we have zero good edges. Like there's just no offense to our edge rushers; they're just not that great. No, like average. Nolan Smith, average.
Yeah, we need to pick some up.
I love Alex Hunt. So much fun, but at the end of the day, he's not getting 15 sacks. So, but
time of year to pick up a few new ones. It's that time of year where we usually can get some production in that position from the draft. So hopefully we can find some value. That too. Hopefully
not after what Todd Monken said today.
Whatever. They're gonna
love that guy. I love that guy.
I love him too, but I think it's good. It's gonna be a minute for them still. And
Well, 'cause
I
they
think
have
Myles
the-
Garrett.
Wait, I lied.
that's
They have
what
a
I'm
Pro Bowl quarterback. That's my bad.
They have a bunch of Pro Bowl quarterbacks in
Put the
there.
respect on on the Pro Bowl quarterback.
I think that's happening right now too.
The Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Did you see that Justin Fields declined to go?
Yes.
It's over. Like that. Justin Fields declining to go. That means it's
He
done.
shouldn't have
Let's
done that.
wrap.
Yeah, it's today. The
Okay,
event
let's
takes
wrap.
place. Moscow coverage beginning at 6:30. Let's see. Here, wait. Hold
Check
up.
in.
We'll do this right now. Let's check in.
Oh, the
We
game
got
starts.
JC Horn.
Oh, Jamar.
Flacco's in right now. Nico Collins.
The Jamar Chase pick 6. Jamar Chase.
Cooper Jean's
so
in right now. All right, I'm gonna get us out of here. That was episode 66. Thank y'all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell somebody that you love them. That's everything from us. Peace.